So you probably heard the theory or the concept that ostriches bury their heads in the sand when they sense danger. And would you believe me if I told you that this theory and this concept is actually a myth? It's completely false. Ostriches don't actually bury their head in the sand when they sense danger. They either try and pick a fight with it or they run away, one of the two, because they are pretty fucking fast and they are pretty strong as well. So they can do one of either things. So if ostriches don't bury their head in the sand when they sense danger, then why do you insist on doing so? Listen, I know we're British and I know there's years and years and years of emotional repression built up inside of us, which basically means that if we're struggling with something, we'd rather try and just do it on our own rather than reach out for help. We're quite an egotistical nation, and I get that. But if you're trying to achieve a certain goal, let's say weight loss or fat loss to be more specific, and you are struggling to do so, then continuing to do the thing which isn't working is just going to get you nowhere fast. So what would you rather do? Reach out for help from someone who knows what they're doing, whether that's a friend, a coach, a fitness influencer, or somebody that you look up to, and get help with what you're struggling with, ultimately causing you to solve the thing that you're struggling with and actually start getting results? Or continue to do the same thing that you're currently doing now, but continue to do it wrong and then ultimately result in you not getting the results that you want. Listen, in 3 months' time, one of two things are going to happen. You're either going to continue to do the wrong thing and continue to be disappointed with your own lack of results, or you're going to reach out for help from someone that knows what they're doing, who's going to tell you how to fix what you're currently struggling with and set you on the straight and narrow. And then in 3 months' time, you're most likely actually going to get the results that you wanted to get in the first place because you've had this help. You're either going to waste 3 months or longer actually, or you're actually going to be starting getting results in 3 months' time. And the only thing that you've got to do differently is reach out for help. Don't bury your head in sand. Run towards the help rather than run away from it. It's kind of like getting a really bad illness and then refusing to go to the doctors or a professional about it because you think that it's just going to pass and you're just going to get over it and you're probably going to be able to do it all on your own. Newsflash, it most likely isn't going to get better on its own, especially if you're doing the wrong thing. Let's say, for a really extreme example, you get lung cancer and you don't know the downsides of smoking, for example. Burying your head in the sand and not going to the doctors because you have some sense of ego that you want to hold on to, continuing to smoke and continuing to do things which is just going to make the lung cancer even worse, is one of the worst things that you can do. One of the best things that you can do is go to a doctor, go to a surgeon, or go to a professional who will then give you steps in place to help with that lung cancer, ultimately resulting in, hopefully a few months' time, you being cured of it. And that simply will be down to the fact that you didn't bury your head in the sand, you've reached out for help. Now, I'm not saying that fitness and fat loss is going to be the equivalent to getting lung cancer. I'm not saying that, but what I am doing is I'm using that as a springboard from a point to say that you currently have an issue, you currently have a problem, you are not getting the results that you want. There's someone out there who most likely knows what you're doing wrong and can put plans in place for you to fix that issue. But you, at the moment, would rather run away from that help rather than run towards it, which is frightening. It really is. If everybody on earth ran to somebody who knew what they were doing and could give you the help that you needed, rather than thinking that they could just get over it themselves and get over the troubles that are coming over them, then everyone would be in such a better place. Stop burying your head in the sand when things are going wrong and actually reach out for the help that you need. As I said, there's a very high possibility that it won't get better on its own and you'll just continue to do the wrong thing. Whereas if you actually reach out for help, there's more of a possibility of you actually doing the right thing, and then in a few months' time, you actually seeing the results that you set out to get. Put your ego aside for one fucking second, reach out for help and stop burying your head in the sand, for the love of God. I hope this helps. If you like this video, give it a like. If you got any questions, please comment below because I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. And if you want to catch any more free fitness or fat loss based content without any bullshit as always, make sure that you're either following my Instagram at k.p_health or subscribe to this channel. Peace.